Nintendo's next generation console may come out at the end of next year, according to multiple inside sources. Of course, they remained anonymous to avoid Nintendo's usual punishment of execution by litigation, also known as seppuku. I'm James Shibe, this is GameLinked, and this is according to a report by Video Games Chronicle, who spoke to insiders claiming that key partner studios already had development kits for the upcoming console, though those studios insist they're just friends with Nintendo and nothing more.
Purely platonic. Okay, we did stuff one time.
Dry humping, heavy petting, clothes on. Allegedly, the unnamed Switch successor will also support cartridge games and can be used in portable mode just like its older brother. Hopefully, with all the Joy-Con drift controversy, this time the younger brother gets to have the good controller. Sources allege the console will launch with an LCD screen to cut down on costs, perhaps to free up budget for more storage, which will enable higher fidelity games. This would line up with an earlier report from Japanese electronics giant Sharp that the company was supplying LCD displays to an upcoming gaming console. But we shouldn't jump to any conclusions. Those LCDs could be for any gaming console that has its own built-in screen.
All of them.
There's lots of handhelds.
The Wii U, too.
Wii U, Wii U, Wii U. Speaking of handhelds, Lenovo is reportedly working on one right now. See, it could have been that one. According to even more sources than ever. However, these sources spoke to the co-managing editor of Windows Central and claimed the aptly named Legion Go, all of you, Go, will use Windows 11 as its operating system and run on an AMD Phoenix processor, which are designed for thin and light ultrabooks. The handheld will also feature an 8-inch display, 1 inch larger than Valve's Steam Deck and Asus's ROG Ally. However, my own personal sources have assured me that size doesn't matter and it's how you use it that counts.
Good for you, James.
It's all in the thermals. Other than the screen, we don't know much about the device's appearance, but it could look like the unreleased Legion Play cloud gaming handheld Lenovo was experimenting with in 2021. But if these reports are correct, that was just a little bit of harmless college self-exploration, and now Lenovo is strong and confident as a manufacturer of full, fat, on-device handheld gaming. Activision has banned over 14,000 alleged cheaters and hackers from the Call of Duty multiplayer servers over the course of a single day. While this particular wave of bans has been attributed to Call of Duty's advanced Ricochet anti-cheat, Activision has another far more terrible weapon in the war against hacking: lawyers. Over the past few weeks, Activision served several cheat developers with cease and desist notices, resulting in many shutting down operations entirely. Think of it like the civilized version of calling in an airstrike. The purge occurred only a few days after the OG Modern Warfare 2 had its Steam servers shut down, reportedly to stop a Trojan that was spreading through COD lobbies like mono through a college dormitory. Since the official tweet from the Call of Duty team, there hasn't been any word on when or if the servers will be restored. I guess we'll just have to wait for Achilles to deal with the Trojans. He's dead? First the Oracle of Delphi, now this? This is such a stupid joke.
Perfect.
Hector! Now it's time for the Quick Bits, brought to you by Origin PC. They specialize in building custom gaming PCs and laptops that cater to different budgets and needs. Choose the components you want, including the processor, graphics card, memory, storage, and more. They use high quality components to ensure that their systems deliver top-notch performance, as well as overclocking services for those who want even more power. Get up to $1,000 off of their 30 series laptops, $200 off their desktops, and $100 off their 40 series laptops by using the link below. Quick Bits are like saffron. You only need a little. If used too much, you overpower the other flavors in the gaming news. Too much cybersecurity. Hasbro reportedly wants to bring back its decade-old Transformers games, but they can't because Activision lost them. As in, they literally don't know which servers the games are on.
Those Autobots rolled straight out.
I know right before the sponsor we were being nice to Activision, but this is a very much a stop clock situation. According to Hasbro, when a company eats a company that eats a company, things get lost. Maybe Microsoft will work this out after they buy Activision. Apparently they're willing to sell their cloud gaming rights in the UK to make it happen, like a wolf gnawing off his leg to escape a trap, but less discomforting to think about, unless you think of the long-term ramifications.
Wolves with 3 legs, pretty badass.
Indie visual novel / food puzzle game Venba is being praised for its representation of the immigrant experience. It tells the story of Venba, a South Indian who immigrates to Canada, where I live, and the evolution of her relationship with her native-born Canadian son as the years pass and the cultural divide widens. You'll smile and cry over the authentic sounds of Tamil cooking, specifically recorded for this game. And this shameless promotion has nothing to do with the fact that the game and its studio are based in Canada. You can't prove that. It's just a new game that's out. Gameplay footage for Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, which we're not claiming, has leaked online. Based on the footage, it looks like the game will ask the question, what if Rocket League replaced its cars with children on broomsticks? The footage originally leaked on YouTube, but was taken down for obvious reasons, and can now only be found on different sites under the name 18 plus gameplay step students riding sticks in Quidditch, chasing that snatch. Oh, snitch.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
The golden snatch.
I personally couldn't find the footage, but I did learn that there's a bunch of hot single witches in my area.
They can petrificus my totalis.
Look at the length of that mole hair. Mattel has announced that the upcoming game Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 will feature several cars from the Fast and Furious franchise on launch, ensuring that you can play the game with your whole family, whether they're young, old, an undercover cop, a world-renowned thief, or an American teen living in Japan. Whoever you are, you'll be able to drift a toy car around corners faster than you could say, ejecto-cito, cuz. But beware, a white tank top is not included. Now that was beautiful.
You're welcome.
And one man dared to ask the question that no one else had the courage to ask. Can you do a no-hit Elden Ring playthrough using an electric saxophone as a controller? The answer is yes. Dr. Decomposing completed his hitless Doot run, earning him his PhD in Dootin'. The good doctor has also beaten every other Souls game this way, and in record time too. His Elden Ring run only took 2.5 hours, meaning you can choose to watch Oppenheimer or save 30 minutes and watch a man doot like he's never dooted on Twitch before.
Careless whisper intensifies.
And you should doot us again on Thursday when we post the next episode of Game Link, and I'll be performing a no-hit any % speed run of the quick bits using just my mouth.